America is now waking up to the fact that the torch has been passed to a new generation. Doddering old white men with their righteous anger issues have at last been pushed off the stage, mostly due to lawsuits involving sexual harassment. They have been replaced with younger, fresh faced white boys with whiny voices. Oh, you thought I was talking about Joe Biden. Don't be silly. Biden doesn't have anger issues. No, I'm talking about Bill O'Reilly being shown the exit door and replaced with the nasally Jesse Waters.
Yeah, me neither.
So the little errand boy is now literally sitting at the big boy's desk. And so who does he interview? Why, another nasally little white boy, Ben Shapiro. Really, is there anything funnier than two white boys who got their jobs through privilege and connection, and yet think they got their jobs through merit, and then sit around and complain about DEI?
The only reason Kamala's in the White House is because of the DEI deal Biden cut with Bernie to seal the nomination.
I mean, Ben Shapiro thinks he has merit after what he predicted about the Barbie movie?
Okay, so conceptually, the movie is a show. I want to ask this. Who is the intended audience for this film? Who's the intended audience for this film? So I'll tell you who the intended audience for this film is. And I can tell two ways. One, the previews on the film, and two, the people in the audience. So the intended audience for this film is moms and their 8-year-old daughters. That's the intended audience for the film. Okay, so conceptually, the movie. I'm going to give my review of the Barbie movie in the most Oppenheimer fashion.
What the Run.
And is it just me, or is it only privileged white boys that would try and make humor out of nuclear holocaust?
So just be advised that when your teenage girl asks if she can see the Barbie movie, this is what she will be seeing. That this is not an apolitical, fun-friendly family film or anything remotely like it. It's going to be a heavily politicized film about the evils of the American patriarchy and capitalism and all the rest. And they want your money. Week 1, this thing is going to clean up at the domestic box office. My prediction is going to just absolutely fall off a cliff after that. The repeat business on this movie is going to be non-existent.
Seriously, this guy bet against Margot Robbie, Issa Rae, Emma Mackey, Kate McKinnon, and Dua Lipa. Not to mention Simu Liu. Dude, have you ever even seen Kim's Convenience? But if you think an underqualified, overprivileged, whiny white boy can't be more wrong than that, because everyone has a bad day kind of thing, well, think again. Never underestimate these guys' ability to say something even stupider than what they said before. Now, naturally, Jesse and Ben are going ape bananas over a woman of color who does not come from privilege becoming a presidential nominee. So how stupid about it could they possibly be? Watch and learn, grasshopper. Watch and learn.
Exactly do her qualifications look like other than, again, the sort of intersectional magic of Kamala Harris and the fact that Democrats have to manufacture enthusiasm for, I've never seen this much manufactured enthusiasm for anyone outside of maybe Taylor Swift's last album. It's amazing.
Yeah, me neither. It's so obvious. You cringe when you see it.
Seriously, you want to be a pundit with impact on the campaign, and you go and insult Taylor Swift and her fans? Once again, mediocrity that thinks it possesses any kind of talent or merit, insulting someone who actually has talent, who has generational talent. Gee, Ben, why don't you go ahead and complain that Taylor Swift is ruining football? And yes, I get it. You were given your marching orders to go out and repeat this specific meme that the team is testing against Harris. So it was basically an assignment, and you're the dutiful foot soldier. But seriously, you don't have enough brains in your head to speak up and say, this is a huge demographic. We probably shouldn't make fun of them? Well, needless to say, the response to this airhead thinking he's making insightful critical commentary was, yes, wait for it, Swift. One person wrote, can't wait for the Swifties to get a hold of Shapiro so he can see how manufactured that is. Another posted, the way to win this election is 100% make Swifties mad. Naughty Girl 2018 posted, "So, Ben Shapiro just went live on air and tried to come for Taylor Swift. I'm going to go ahead and predict Swifties fillet him and make him cry. Who's with me on this?" And those comments are just the tip of an iceberg. Triggering Swifties is not something you want to do. And even though there was a lot of repetition in this next post, it was still a gem. Rose at Scott Free Me posted, "LOL, Ben Shapiro. The haters going to hate, 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 hate. But we're just going to shake, shake, shake." Side note, you see what I mean about the repetition, right? The quote continues, "We're going to shake it off, shake it off." End quote. And then the post ends, "Then we're going to vote blue." See, now I may be an old white guy, but I think that post, while repetitive, was catchy. Oh, did you hear that? Wow. That was the sound of my daughters doing an eye roll. What? It was a dad joke. I hear those are in now. So Ben Shapiro going after Taylor Swift was even more stupid than the complaints last year that Taylor Swift is ruining football. Let me tell you how much the NFL owners registered that complaint. It's way more stupid because this is a political campaign, and the objective is to add people, not subtract them. What demographic does Ben Shapiro think he is appealing to here? Remember the youth vote in 2020 that turned out in historic numbers for Biden? Was that clever little comment designed to attract them or motivate them? So, Benny boy, were you going after the fabled white suburban females? Newsflash, nuts for brains. Many of those suburban white females took their daughters to those Taylor Swift concerts. If you're trying to appeal to the anti-dancing sect of the evangelical vote, then congratulations. They're already in your column. In fact, I don't think there actually was any political calculus to Shapiro's comment, nor to Waters' searing response there, or actually lack thereof. That response was basically the equivalent of, "Yeah, what he said." So it's not political calculus. It's just simple subtraction. Joe Biden is now minus the race, and the Trump campaign and their surrogates are floundering, trying to stop the Harris momentum. Harris is absolutely surging. The campaign raised record amounts in fundraising, which is always a healthy sign. Just as important is another record. Vote.org is reporting that it saw a 700% spike in new voter registrations. And that's only in the time since Harris became nominee. They added 38,500 new voters, most of them under the age of 35. So good luck stopping that momentum, or should we say Joe-mentum? Because resigning after the Republican National Convention, that was pure genius and political calculus. And now Harris is soaring. I confess I feel a little sorry for all those people who invested so heavily in Way to Go Brandon merchandise to sell at the rallies. Well, actually, no, I don't. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.